Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve Mcfc. How is it going out there? The rain is back. Manchester rain is back. But there's one good thing that is happening this weekend. Manchester City are back against Wolves at Molineux. I don't know about you guys, but the international break is poor. This Nations League, I really can't get into it. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that we're all sat on pins waiting for players to return, no injuries, etc., etc. It's a nightmare. I don't know anyone that gives a shit about this Nations League. I don't know why they do it. I don't know if the players would rather just carry on with the season, get another 3 or 4 games in. Yeah, it's not been good. Couple of positives. England, Jack Grealish, did okay. Congratulations on him having becoming a father as well. Hopefully, this could be the making of him. But yeah, he looked okay. Big Earl's been smashing the goals in for Norway again. I think he's broke a record there. But yeah, the international scene. And then just to touch on it, last night, the news broke that Tommy Tuchel, the New England manager. Now, people that have followed me for a long time on the Big Six show, especially 3-4 years ago, you'll know how I feel about Tommy Tuchel. He's not for me. I don't think he's a good manager. I said 3 years ago there was 3 fraud managers in football: Tommy Tuchel, Pochettino, Bielsa. And they all come at me, oh, Pep said Bielsa's a good coach. Well, he's not going to say he's a shit coach, is he? Do you know what I mean? But the facts are, he sat there on a bucket while Leeds were getting beat 7-0 week in, week out, and just didn't do anything. It took him how many attempts in the Championship? I'm not having Bielsa. Pochettino, for me, I've never rated him. There's been a lot of hype about him, but I've never, ever rated him. He's never done anything. So, same thing. And Tuchel, he got the Paris Saint-Germain job. He had all the big guns there. Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, all them people. Nothing done. Won the league. So what? You're supposed to win the league. No one can touch you there. He's gone to Bayern Munich. Was never good there. He scraped the league first season, last few minutes. A couple of friends of mine in Germany were saying, look, he's awful. We want him out. And they got him out. And now he's been unemployed, and now he's got the England job. So puts me in a tough predicament. Obviously, he's England manager, so crack on. But let's hope he can prove me wrong. If he proves me wrong, there'll be nobody more gracious than me. I'd love him to win the World Cup, and I'll have to stand there and apologise. That'd be great. It'd be a win-win. But it's all going to end in tears. It's all going to end in tears. There'll be pictures of him on the pitch with a brolly like McLaren in the rain at Wembley when we've been beat 4-0 off Macedonia or something, and he'll get sacked. But yeah, so that wasn't a good bit of news this morning. Tuchel, not for me. What's your thoughts on Tommy Tuchel? Is he the one? Can he do it? Let me know. Let me know. Prove me wrong. Do you think he's a good coach? It's just my opinion. I just don't think he's a good coach. So let me know what you think about that. Also, Manchester City news. Cheeky resigning. Well, not resigning. He's retiring. And we've got a new man in. Hugo Viana, ex-Newcastle wonder boy, from Sporting, director of football. He's only 41, got a big reputation, doing good things in Lisbon. He's now coming to Manchester City to take over that role. I think it's a great job for him. I feel like all the tools are there. I feel he will have to come and work our way. It won't be bringing his ideas to the table. I feel like he will have to come in and continue the work that Cheeky done. I feel like our scouting system, analysts, etc., is one of the best in the world. So I feel like it will be great for him. I think the tools he probably had at Sporting Lisbon weren't as good as what he's got at Manchester City. So I feel like it's a new start. It's fresh. Let's hope he can come in. Let's hope he can persuade Pep to stay. The rumours are that Pep is going to sign a new contract. From my personal point of view, the person that told me he was leaving, I trusted 100%. And then he changed his mind and said, it looks like he's going to stay, Steve. So I'm going with it. I'm happy with it. We need it. Let's hope Hugo can come in, and make 1 or 2 key signings, ones that we can get the fans on board with, where we can say, Hugo Viana there, he done the business, he got him in. Let's do that. We heard that El Chivera, the young kid from River Plate that we signed last year, he's coming to Manchester in January. I hope he's bringing his gloves and his thermals, because it'll be cold. But he looks a great talent. He's only 18. He looks very, very lively. He looks a bit lightweight. He looks a bit like when Kai came. He came and he looked very skillful. YouTube videos, etc., etc. We can all watch them. They look great. But you got to have a bit of grit about you. When we brought in Alvarez, we knew he was thereabouts. We brought in Gabriel Jesus. We knew he was thereabouts. The same with this kid. If he can come to Manchester full of confidence and think, you know what, I'm going to get myself in this team, then why not? He might add us a different dimension, even off the bench, something a little bit different, someone that can unlock them doors. So, yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about that. But first team football is back. Kevin De Bruyne or Nathan Ake are near fitness, I'm being told. Maybe the Southampton game might be the one where we see a return for them too. It looks like, fingers crossed, we've got through this international break, no injury concerns. So that is always a good thing. But we need to get back now. We've got a great game and opportunity at weekend. Wolves, who've had a nightmare start to the season. The bottom of the league, they're not playing well. But we've done this before. We've been to Wolves expecting to win. We got beat. Molineux's a tough place for us. I don't know what it is. It's a tough place. We need to make sure we get there on Sunday and put a marker down. Put them to bed early doors. Get the 3 points on the board and move. There's a lot of mad games coming up. Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Sporting Lisbon, Slavia Prague, Southampton at home. We've got a good little run of teams. We can get some confidence here, for my opinion. So for me, we need to do it. Get the wins on the board. The midfield will be a dilemma for me. I think he's still tinkering around with it in there. Kovacic, Gundogan, Lewis. Kovacic, Gundogan, Bernardo. I think Bernardo's wasted on the right. So I would like to see Bernardo in the middle. I think Bernardo gives us the energy. I feel like Rico needs to stay out on the right-hand side and fight out with Kyle. That needs to be their thing this season. Rico coming off the right into the middle, no problem. But I just feel like when Rico starts in the middle, he's a bit lightweight. There's not enough legs in there. I feel like we need the energy. If you're not going to play Rico, play Nunes. We played him the other year at Wolves. The fans got in his case and his head fell off. He's an experienced player now. He's got to have a point to prove. There needs to be a position in this football club for Mateus Nunes. There's got to be. You've paid big money for him. We've got injuries. We need to be playing him. The winger situation is a funny one. Does he go with Jack Grealish on the left, Bernardo on the right? Or does he just go gung-ho, Doku, Savinho? For me, Wolves away, Doku, Savinho. Go for it. Put them on the back foot. Make sure they realise that they can't come up that pitch and go too far because they're going to get caught on the counter-attack. We're Manchester City. We're the champions. Let's go there and assert ourselves. Make sure we get Doku, Savinho, 100%. Go at them. That's for me. That is what I would do. The back four more or less picks itself. John Stones, whether he gets in the team with Ruben, I don't know. Akanji is always preferred at the minute. We know that Akanji is been brilliant for us, you know what I mean? So we can't really moan. But other than that, I don't expect too many changes. Phil Foden needs to start putting in performances now. Do you know what I mean? He had this illness problem. He's come back. Fans are asking what's wrong with him. I don't think anything's wrong with him. I just think he's just not got his rhythm. He needs a good run of games. This whole team now needs to start getting a run of games for me. Starting to get in the process, you know what I mean? And doing it. But yeah, anyone going down to Wolves, I'll see you down there. If you see me, come and say hello. But I'm looking forward to it, and we've got to get the 3 points on the board. Score prediction-wise, I think Man City will win. I think it'll be 2-0. We'll get the job done, and we keep on moving. Other news this week, I was having a bit of banter with a few friends of mine. Sir Alex Ferguson getting sacked from his ambassador role at Man United. To be honest, it's a little bit of a disgrace, that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like every time Man United are getting beat, the camera's on his face and he looks like he's depressed. So he might be happy getting sacked. I don't know. He might realise that, you know what, fucking hell, I don't have to go and watch that shit every week. But I just feel like to come out and say it's a cost-cutting exercise, etc., when you've got players there on massive contracts, some of them don't give a shit about Man United, but you're gonna take away Fergie's stuff. I feel like it could have been done in-house. It could have been done quieter. Nobody could have known about it. It could have been just reduced his wages or something, and that's that. But I got a feeling like if it's come out in the media, Sir Alex wanted that to come out in the media. He's a man of the media. He knows what that's about. I reckon he wanted it to come out. But it's sad times over there. Sad and bad times over there. Not like I give a shit, you know what I mean? But I'm just, I thought it was disgusting that a man of his stature is getting pushed aside for a cost-cutting exercise. I think they've laid off about 250 members of staff. So they're definitely on the whoopsie aisle over there. They're shopping on the whoopsie aisle at United now. I won't be eating any chicken. Remember the 5-star, 4-star, 2-star chicken over there? If they're on the whoopsie aisle, man, yeah, it's not for me. But hey ho, you know, we're all looking rosy at the Etihad. The new stadium expansion is looking fantastic. I went past yesterday, saw all the hotel going up and all that, and yeah, it looks amazing. There's no cost cutting going on at City. You know what I mean? Tony Buck and all the boys, Richard Dunn, Sean Goater, Andy Morrison, we're all looking after them lads, you know what I mean? Michael Brown, Dickov, they're all going to Dubai and flying around the world. Sean Wright Phillips, we're looking after them on our place. You know what I mean? We're keeping everyone sweet and we're making sure the Blues are looked after. That's what it's about, you know what I mean? But anyway, back to the Premier League this weekend. I said it before, we've just got to get the job done. We've just got to get the job done. I feel like this Rodri situation is a problem. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we do need to get a steady three in the midfield where the fans can relax and think, you know what, we've won a few games without Rodri. That system works. I feel like that's what we need to do. And other than that, there's not a lot to say. Blues, we're back from international break. You know, we're looking okay squad wise. People were talking to me about Mcfc doing well for the under-21s. I feel like Mcfc is a good player in there, but I just feel like City's games are that intense and that high level that sometimes we just can't afford to play Mcfc. I feel like the Champions League at home, Prague, maybe, even Lisbon away, maybe, definitely in the Carabao Cup. I mean, I wanted to speak about the Carabao Cup as well because it's left a little bit of a, not a nasty taste in my mouth, but as a fan that tries to go every game and wants to support the team, when I hear Pep say, basically, he's not really caring about the Carabao Cup, why does that want to make you have a day off work on a Wednesday, go to London, go to the stadium, watch the game, get a night in a hotel, miss the next day, 2 days off work, £300 later, go and watch Man City in the Carabao Cup if you feel like the players aren't really up for it? You know, and then if the City fans don't go there, it'll be, oh, you've got empty seats. You couldn't sell your allocation on a Carabao Cup. But the manager's not giving me anything to go off there. Do you know, if he says, look, we're fielding the best team we can, we're going to try and win the competition, I'm there. 1,000,000% we're there. But when he's saying stuff like, oh, you know, I don't really, this competition might not be, I'm thinking, do I save me money for Lisbon? Do I save me money for Juventus? Do I save me money for Paris? Do we get an extra night in Paris? Because the Carabao Cup game's an extra night in Paris. So that's a tough one. I don't know how you feel about that. I'll probably have a moan about it, but I'll probably end up going anyway. But listen, this is it. The season's coming thick and fast. Brighton away, Tottenham away. There's some big games coming up. You know, the pockets are getting a bit thin. Christmas is around the corner. So now's the time of year as a football fan going home and away, you start to feel the pinch. You start to feel the pinch. But anyway, I feel we're going to win. Let's get to Wolves on Sunday. Show them who the champions is. Avenge last season. And don't forget these Wolves, they grassed. They were on the Premier League grassing list. They were on the other side of the fence. So we owe them one. So make sure we give it them. And yeah, if you're there at Wolves on Sunday, I'll see you there. If not, get behind the Blues wherever you are. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about Tommy Tuchel, what you think about Jack Grealish, what you think about the Ferguson situation, what you think about January, El Chaviri coming in. Is anybody else going to come in? Let me know what you think. Hit a like, subscribe. Come on, City. See you Sunday.